Every week I take one live stream and turn it into a whole week of content. A long form video, a stack of vertical shorts, tweets, threads, image posts. One recording goes in, dozens of finished pieces come out. For a long time, one agent did all of it, start to finish, in a straight line. Then I broke the work into sub-agents, and my token bill dropped by about a third. Here is exactly how the work gets divided up. Here is the trap most people fall into. One agent, one context window, running every lane end to end, and every file it reads, every transcript, every render log stays in that window and gets resent on every step after. So your cost does not scale with the work, it scales with the context. The context only grows. On a full repurpose run, that was costing me something like 200,000 tokens. And as the window fills with stale detail, the model gets dumber too. Lever 1 is context isolation. Instead of one agent holding everything, I spawn a sub-agent for a single slice of the work. It gets its own fresh window, does the messy part in there, and I never have to hold the mess. And when it is done, what crosses back to me? Just the final answer. A compact plan or a short build report. The fat transcript that built up along the way gets thrown away. That is the trick. You pay for that context once, in isolation, instead of dragging it through every other step of the run. It is the difference between an employee who tells you what they found and one who reads you every email they opened. So what am I actually dividing up? One live stream fans out into 3 lanes. Lane 1 is a long form video. Lane 2 is the vertical shorts. Lane 3 is all the text and image posts, the tweets, the threads, the whole spread. My main agent, the orchestrator, keeps the plan and runs the light mechanical lanes itself, but the heavy, specialized slices, it hands each one off to its own sub-agent. And here is the part that actually saves the money. Every one of those gets tuned, because every sub-agent has 2 dials, and they are independent. Dial 1 is the model, dial 2 is the effort. 2 lines in a markdown file. And here is where I had it backwards. People say route the cheap work to the cheap model. Go look at the price list, because Fable is not the cheap model. It is the most capable one, and it costs double what Opus does. So the model dial is not cheap versus expensive. It is a kind of thinking dial. Your hardest reasoning goes to your strongest reasoner. Your bug-sensitive code goes to your strongest coder. The effort dial is where the money leaks. Low, medium, high, extra high, max. Match it to the difficulty and stop pinning everything at max, because max on a job that only needed medium is money you set on fire. So here is how my actual roster gets set. Start at the bottom. Stripping the silence out of a recording is pure mechanical work. No judgment in it at all. That goes to a cheaper, faster model at low effort, and it is done. Now go to the top, picking which moments out of a 2-hour stream become the shorts. That is the hardest judgment call in the whole pipeline. So that one gets my strongest reasoner cranked all the way to max, but locked to read only. It hands back a plan. It cannot touch a single file. Then the precise, breakable execution, cutting the retakes out without ever clipping a word, building the final render with frame-perfect timing. That is my strongest coder at the highest precision effort. And these are the ones allowed to write files and render. And nothing they build gets trusted until a separate QA agent opens the actual pixels and signs off. Every slice owns 2 dials. That table right there is the whole method. Now, that roster only covers my shorts lanes so far. The other 2 lanes I still run mostly by hand. But the same 2 dials tell me exactly how to split them. The long form title and thumbnail, that is judgment. So it becomes a read-only strategist on my strongest reasoner. The tweets and threads, same story. A read-only copy strategist that just hands back drafts. The image posts are the one execution slice left to hand off. That would be a builder that actually generates the images. And that one taught me the real prerequisite. Before you give a slice to an unattended agent, the tool underneath it has to be robust. Mine used to hang on a browser pop-up. so I hardened it first. You delegate a reliable tool, never a flaky one. Add it up on that same weekly run, one agent doing it in a straight line, call it 200,000 tokens. Split into a tuned roster of sub-agents, I have got it down to around 130, 140,000 instead. Same output, about a third less. One more honest warning. A rule I actually cared about lived in a different file than the one my sub-agents read, so they followed the gap. A sub-agent is only as good as its contract. It never infers your unwritten standards. And the whole definition of one of these is just a markdown file. Name, description, tools, model, effort. That is the entire thing. Tell me which slice of your pipeline you would hand off first. Hit subscribe for the full build, and I am going to catch you guys later.